Hey there, beer tubers! Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 tonight with you for, I guess, a super special episode. Hi, Greg. We are going to do something for Molson. Yay! This is Molson Common Bond Lager. We'll talk about more about this, but there's kind of an affiliation with JP Weiser's here. So, all right, let's get started with who we have with us tonight. Starting with Radar.
So it's hey, how's it going there, Nick, Fuzz, Lady Lee, and Mr. Greg from the Etobicoke Marxist-Leninist Party leader, Greg. I thought so. It's Molson Common Bond. I thought it was Come On Bond.
Bond, James Bond.
Anyway, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. 21,000 steps today. I'm tired again.
There you go.
Nice, congratulations.
Yeah, but I bet you're feeling great.
Yeah, dude, actually, I've been feeling great lately.
Nice. It's all the walking.
And nothing new other than I'm going to be drinking through my Klingon beer mug, as you can see. Kapla.
Oh, pooge.
And that's it.
All right. Speaking of experiencing bees, you're going to go over to the Fuzz. Hello, Scott.
This is Molson Common Bond. So, I've become uncommon. This is the uncommon Fuzz.
Wow.
Yep. He's pulling up this stick. All right. Good to have you with us, Scott. And how is the uncommon Fuzz tonight?
Very uncommon.
Very uncommon. Well, that's good. All right. Let's go over to Mr. Common Greg.
I'm wearing the same shirt I wear every single week. Buying a Rhino shirt. This was
Never wash that shirt.
I wash it occasionally when I spill beer on it. I'm doing well, Nick. I'm doing well. It's quite windy in Etobicoke. Cars are coming by, Fast and Furious. There's a new Fast and Furious movie coming out soon. Have you heard about that, Nick?
What's that?
You get to go see it in the theater. No, wait, we don't.
Oh, yeah. You just look at your window and see them jumping off a high-rise building.
Yeah. So, otherwise, we're good. I'm looking forward to drinking this high-quality Molson product in a high-quality Molson Canadian glass.
Nice.
It's like everything this weekend. Future beer analysis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Okay, cool. All right, let's go over to Lady Lee. Last but certainly not least. Hi, Lady Lee.
Hello. I am fantastic.
Woohoo.
How are you tonight?
Not too bad. I can't complain because Greg wouldn't let me.
I'll victim shame you.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like it's partially true.
It's somehow accurate.
Strangely accurate. Yeah, fantastic today.
Nice.
I had the day off today, so I got to enjoy
perfect.
Watching movies for school.
For school?
Yeah, at my class, I have an intro to film course that I'm taking.
Okay.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was your the classes you do online there that I came up with on Cards Against Humanity there.
No,
not that one.
No.
Oh my God! It's Jeff.
We also have somebody who wants to wave and say hi. He doesn't have his microphone connected, but hi, Jamie.
Jeff.
Hi.
He dyed his hair. Oh my God. No.
I'm gonna be 100% honest here. After the Fuzz's transformation, suddenly Jamie's not so manly anymore.
The lighting's amazing. I'm impressed. That is quite the commitment to the shtick, and I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down to the history here. And I actually I forgot to write this week's history, so I just ripped the history from Molson Canadian that we did like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm assuming the background for the company hasn't changed much. So Molson was founded in 1776 in Montreal, Quebec, and is the oldest brewery in North America still in operation. On May 12th, 1782, and at the age of 18, John Molson left his native England for Canada, landing in Montreal in June. Shortly after his arrival, he began working at the Thomas Lloyd Brewery and eventually purchased the brewery in January of 1785. Afterwards, Molson returned to England to liquidate his assets, acquired modern brewing equipment, a shipment of barley and hops, and then returned to Montreal, opening his brewery on July 28th, 1786. Molson also... I'll just skip that part because I didn't finish writing that back then. Due to life in Canada, brewing was limited to 4 months of the year during the winter. In the summer months, due to lack of refrigeration, ale was stored underground in vaults kept cool with ice taken from the river in the winter. Their first year, the brewery made 4,000 gallons of beer, selling it for 5 cents a bottle. Hey, that's not bad. That's a lot of money probably back then. But demand grew, and by 1781, production had increased to 30,000 gallons per year. In 1957, the Molson family acquired Montreal Forum and Montreal Canadiens Hockey Club. Hey, this is worth talking about. In 1958, Molson acquired 6 breweries across Canada, expanding the company's reach nationwide. And a year later, in 1959, introduced their well-known beer, Molson Canadian, which is not tonight's beer, but there's a reason for that sitting there. In 1989, Molson merged with Carling O'Keefe, turning Molson into Canada's largest brewery and 5th largest worldwide. In 1993, Molson entered into an agreement with Miller Brewing to establish a major presence in the U.S., and in 2005, Molson merged with Coors to become Molson Coors. And in 2007, Molson Coors and Sab Miller began a joint venture in the U.S. market. It lasted until Sab Miller was acquired by AB InBev, but in the aftermath of exchange of brands, including selling their Miller brand portfolio, Molson Coors emerged as the 3rd largest brewery in the world. The Molson family is still involved with the company. 6th generation family Eric Molson retired in 2009 with his son Jeff Molson, currently serving as chairman of the Molson Coors. He's also the owner of the Montreal Canadiens. Molson currently operates major regional brewing centers in BC, Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland. Yeah, every time we go to Montreal or to Moncton, we drive past the big Molson brewery. In 2014, made up to 40% of the Canadian brew beer market. That's a lot. That's in 2014. So Molson makes a wide range of beers, some of which include, of course, Molson Canadian. They got Molson Export, Molson Dry, Molson Triple X. As a regional brand such as like Old Style Pilsner, Black Horse, Carling Black Label. Have more craftier brands like Rickards and Creemore Springs, and more recently that weird one with the guy with a nose. And I've actually got this to drink later tonight. Apparently, this is a Molson product too, so it's a Bubble Stash from Hop Valley. That's under the Creemore banner. In addition to this, the merger of Coors, they also produce Coors products such as Coors Banquet, or I think it's been renamed to Coors Original now, Coors Light. They're the Blue Moon or Belgian Moon beers in Canada. Anyway, talking about Molson Common Bond Lager. Ooh, I'll show that up here. So, Molson Common Bond is a 6.1% ABV strong lager introduced in March of 2021, so it's fairly new. Brewed in collaboration with J.P. Wiser's on a theme of being Barrel Brothers. Common Bond was brewed using hops barrel-aged in J.P. Wiser's Deluxe Whiskey. So the hops, not the beer, was aged in J.P. Wiser's Deluxe Whiskey. And it's not barrel-aged either. It's just the hops were aged in whiskey. That's it. All right, I wanted to read something, actually. This comes from the Canadian Beer News, because they actually had, like, before I started the show, I wrote some notes down about what this beer is, but I couldn't find anything except for this little blurb, so I might as well just read it verbatim. The press release says, the first of its kind... Well, it's on the Canadian Beer News. It's on the Canadian Beer News, but it's saying it's the press release from... Yeah, Molson has announced the release of a unique collaboration with J.P. Wiser's whiskey. It's described as follows. So the first of its kind... Yeah, bullshit. Common Bond is a lager brewed with whiskey-aged hops that honors the sophistication of a refined Wiser whiskey paired with the approachability and familiarity of a classic Canadian beer. After a great deal of experimentation, we found a way to infuse the beloved Wiser whiskey hops into a classic Canadian lager, creating a product that brings forward flavors both beer and whiskey lovers enjoy. Commented Don Livermore, master blender over at J.P. Wiser's, might be a friend of yours. So, with notes of toasted oak and vanilla, Molson Common Bond is a taste of history and represents a lasting legacy that you can cheers to today. Yay. To help promote this release, the companies will be holding a contest. Oh, this is something else. They're having like a contest where if you give Canadians a chance to win their very own old-fashioned style portrait to commemorate a friendship near to the heart. Participate, just share a picture with yourself in Common Bond on Instagram, apparently. But that ran until March of 2021, March 24th, so it's all over. So I guess whoever's got their portrait, Molson portrait, enjoy. All right, so let's get over. I'm going to assume that probably hardly anybody here has a history with this beer, so let's talk about history with Molson, starting with Radar.
It's Molson, you know. Like I think I had lots of them. Molson Dry. My grandfather still drinks that unfridged.
Unfridged.
Yeah, like regular room temperature Molson Dry. I drank that many times before back in my drinking days. Molson Canadian I've had a few times, but I haven't had any Molson really in probably 3 years. Not joking. I think the last time I had a Molson Canadian was at the strip club, like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I almost puked because it was like, ugh, you can taste the preservatives. I'm sorry, Molson, but that's just not a big taste. That's pretty much it. So yeah, Canadian Coors Light I've had, where you can also see on Gee's channel, Drinking in Canada, where me and Gee reviewed Coors Light, and it went very well. It's a must view, and yeah, it's pretty much it. I never had this one before, so I'm curious to see how you were fucked it up. I mean, how good it is.
All right, let's go over to who's next. We got the Sir Fuzz. Are you sure you should be wearing that online?
That was awesome.
See, Joe, if you're watching,
handle.
Joe, if you're watching, this is what you need to do. This way, do this.
Joe, if you're watching, you could be the other member of the Village People.
Yes.
It's not even my birthday.
It's not even my birthday.
Well, my history with this Molson product is that I used to drink it a lot in university. I was part of the Molson Club. I drank a crap ton of this Molson Canadian stuff. I also joined the Molson softball league and drank some Molson products there. Oh my God. But really, I don't drink it normally on my everyday. So I've had a few. Yes. Good old Christopher Frizzle. Young man. There's no need to be down. I said, young man. Get yourself off the ground. I said, young man. Because you're in a new town.
I don't know the rest of the words.
To be unhappy. Why do we have Greg?
Why do we have Greg?
All I can say right now is this is the happiest day of my life. Like, I don't know. I don't know
your uniform after all these years.
I don't know who's more turned on now, right? Me or Lady Lee, but it's definitely a competition.
It's neither. It's Radar.
It's up there.
So, wow, I can't think straight right now. Anyways, yeah, I've had a lot of. Here's a fun fact about Greg that you may or may not have known is that I actually Molson Canadian used to actually be a go-to for me way back in the day when it was like, I want a beer, but I don't want to spend money on beer. Oh, Molson Canadian's on tap for $3. That or Coors Light. Even then, I like the Canadian more than Coors Light. Now, not so much. I think I'd prefer the Coors Light because at least it makes me want to vomit less. In terms of this beer, I've had it, I believe, once before. I can't remember if I bought it before because occasionally I buy beers because Nick says we're going to anal them, and then we don't. And I drink them, and then we decide to anal them anyway, and I have to buy another one.
Oh, no.
That's why I don't have, that's why I can't buy nice things. Because freaking
terrible.
Brings all my money one beer at a time. So I've had it for sure once because Nick sent me one. And then I don't know if I've had it a second time. So this may be my second or my third time. I'll leave that mystery for you guys to figure out. And and let it be known for every can of these you buy, you're helping emancipate Ewart's children, who will eventually one day put him in a home and take all his money. So keep buying the shit.
Nice.
All I got. Sorry, I can't follow up the fuzz.
Oh, you've had difficulty following
try.
up people the whole time.
I got some
Usually
stage fright.
All right, so Lady Lee, have you
Yes.
calmed down enough yet to do your history?
I may need a change of panties, but I think we're good.
Me too.
Somebody needs to put out your fire.
Come on, baby, let my
Go.
fire.
I'm gonna put
Almost
my
like we need
fire
a
Come
out.
on, baby, let my fire.
I'll be using that hose for other reasons.
Whoa.
Okay, let's go back to the actual beer and stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so I feel like everyone's had like a Molson product before, because it's one of those things that you end up at your friend's place or whatever the case may be. My dad never drank any of these beers, so I didn't have any in my house, but I know my friends' parents did. So that was the one where you'd like sneak at the end of the night and you grab one and you'd be like, I'm so cool, I'm drinking right now. So that was my history with Molson products and probably some other stuff too. But that's all I got. That's it. And yeah.
Yep.
It's the cheap beer that you get just wherever, steal it from whoever. At
Pretty much.
college, you just take someone's beer and they always had something like this. So you'd be like, oh, hey, I'm a hot girl. Let me have your beer.
All right, so let's without further ado, let's get over to moi, and I'll tell you my history with Molson, which is, I don't really know. I've had so many Molson beers over the years. I guess I will say, like, my origin stories with Molson Canadian, for example, is that this is one of the first beers that I really got when I first got really into drinking. I actually was drinking. I think I bought some of this and went to a LAN party drinking with Scott. That was some of the earliest memories I had. I had this in. They had like some kind of Molson. I forget what it was called. It was like a Molson caffeinated beer. That was the rage back in 2000. So like 99, 2000, they had like Molson something, Molson Fire. I forget what it was called. I have to look it up. But yeah, fast forward down the years, I never really was much of a beer drinker. I would gravitate more to harder stuff, but it wasn't until I got into craft beer that I started trying more and more different beers. And I always go back to like this one and find it as like, this is one of those beers that I thought was cool. Like, I kept hearing about it when I was a kid, but I thought it was one of those beers where I thought this is what beer was, but it was one of those beers that really, if I hadn't, it wasn't what my opinion of beer was back then, I would have gotten the beer. Like if it was something different than this just comes off as boring. But I do have a little bit of history with Molson. Common Bond though, so like I bought this when it first came out, and I think I drank one on the after chat, and I thought it was just like, what the fuck is this? When it's talking like a JP Weiser's themed beer, like barrel aged. And it was, I forget who it was. It may have been, I don't want to mention his name right now. He might have told me that it was actually barrel aged hops, and I'm like, what? Who? At first I thought it was barrel aged, and I'm like, the fuck? Who barrel ages hops? And it's not even barrel aged hops. It's just like whiskey aged hops. They just soak the hops in whiskey, which seems like a weird idea, but I'll get into whether or not that works. But I have gone back to this though. I think this is my third or fourth can of it. So, because it's not like it's super expensive. It's $4 a can, I think, maybe less than that. But it's all right. Anyway,
Beer.
yeah, beer. Okay, so let's get down. Who do we want to have read the comments? If Scott's camera, Scott's camera is on, I'd get him to read them.
I can read the comments.
All right, let's read comments.
Oh,
You went back to ordinary.
normal man.
Normal man.
Normal hab.
This is a Molson Canadian product, so I have to wear the Molson Montreal Canadiens.
You need to wear that when we do Canadian. If you ever do Canadian, then you're
I
Canadian.
have other Canadian things.
Oh, we've done Canadian before, but I have the feeling Nick will make me drink that vomit again.
All right, where are we starting there?
How do you like Molson Canadian? There's
At the beginning.
start at the top. We haven't read any comments yet.
All right. So once again, waiting on Greg for Maxwell Star. Oh, we're there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we waited on Greg. Basement. Damn it. Trying to come on and say hi, but this blasted device will not unmute.
It said your mic wasn't installed for some reason. Weird.
The Gilbert says, "Cheers, fools."
Cheers, Gleebert.
Basement replies with, "Didn't dye my hair." Laughing out loud. Just have a really gray mustache.
Lol.
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 Lel.
Lol.
Eric
Lel.
replies, I don't believe Molson ever used barley. Basement. Hi,
Accurate.
Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Replies with, oddly, all Molson tastes the same. I'm going to go with swill or cat piss. Just adding stuff to this. Teku Murray. Hello, Teku Murray. Don't know who that is. Must be a new person.
Some weirdo.
That's the
New
word.
phone, who this? I know it's you. Radar hyping another channel. Shame.
Cling, shame. What?
Shame.
The Frizzle said,
YMCA.
No, it's actually Imca. That's what.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
YMCA.
Murray, Teku Murray says, Fuzzifer Scott needs to arrest himself. Well, although I am a peace officer, I cannot arrest anybody.
That's okay. You doesn't quite understand how society works.
I feel like that's a shame.
The Beer Patrol. There's the Joe. Wherever I'm seeing right now is precisely the reason why I don't wear any kind of uniform. I'm thankful that the Fuzz has satisfied Greg's uniform fetish through, though. I'm off the hook, baby. I didn't just satisfy Greg's uniform fetish. I also satisfied Lady Lee's uniform fetish.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. For all of those people listening out there.
My wife is going to rent me out. We need to make some extra dollar bills, you know. Murray says, well, Canadian is a terrible beer on its own. People who free shipping. Oh. People who drink it voluntarily should be locked up by Officer Fuzz.
Officer
Fuzz.
That's hilarious. That's amazing.
I can't arrest anybody. I may push comes to shove, I can detain, but that's about it. Can't arrest anybody. Just a firefighter, not a police officer.
His name tag even says Fuzz.
No, it doesn't. Teku Murray, LAN party. Is this the olden time version of LARPing?
LARPing.
Don't know what. I'm sure if you know what LARPing is, you know what LAN party is. So don't throw that.
Nerd,
Don't take me for a conjurer.
Nerd.
Don't take me for a conjurer of cheap tricks.
Nerd. There you go.
In your face.
And Joe, you'll be unconscious soon, and then the uniform graft. The uniform graft shall begin. Shall begin. Graft. Oh, they're grafting it onto him.
Grafting it onto his skin, so he has no choice but to wear the uniform.
Okay. Mirror uniform, Joe.
That's what he doesn't know about tomorrow. Yeah.
Unit. Yeah, Greg's muted for some reason. Greg's talking. The words, they are moving, and the sound, they are not.
I muted myself because Arnold was being annoying, but no. Listen, the time for wearing a uniform has passed. Joe, when you wake up, it'll be a new world, buddy. But on the bright side, you'll get free Swiss chalet because we all know cops get free food all the time.
What?
And suddenly Radar
like a supply of donuts and Swiss chalet.
I mean, I've attended a fire, and then it was the owner of a business, and he brought us into his restaurant for free food. So
that's nice.
So you saved it from burning down. That was nice to you.
All right, so have we had enough time to digest the beer?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the top here, and that's starting with Radlar. Radar is like still chugging away at this thing, or is that your second can?
No, that's my first sip.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
What have you been doing?
Well, I can tell you, I do. There is a different taste, but it still has that Molson preservativeness taste to it. It's just cardboard mixed with. I don't know if this is barrel aged anything. I don't taste anything else, and no, just no. But it's better than Molson Canadian, but I do feel a difference. But it's no. I'm never going to buy this again. That's it. I'm done.
Are you gonna rate it?
All right, what are your ratings, Radar?
Oh, all right. Well, since it's better than Molson Canadian, I'll give it a 4 and a 4.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Let's go over to the Fuzzinator.
Fuzzatron.
So, I
Oh,
find this a little spicy on the tip of your tongue. It was sharp, very sharp at the beginning, which is odd for most Canadian. You can really taste the toastedness of the beer. There's a little bit of vanilla. The can says vanilla. It's a 6.1% alcohol ABV, so it hides it kind of well. You can taste a little of the oak barrel, but not so much. Like I said, the toast and the spice up front really hide the vanilla and the oak barrelness of dry hopping the hops. It was hops, right? It was oak barrels, or it was the hops and the oak barrels, right? Not the beer.
Yeah, the hops. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So it does have
extract.
Yeah, it does have that copper taste. It's a macro. It tastes like a macro. It's very coppery.
Yeah.
Very little head. Doesn't have a creamy head to it. Really bland. Not a big fan of it. It has a weird tingly aftertaste in the back of your tongue, and it smells funny. For Molson, I'm going to give this a 5. It's middle of the road. Nothing that I would be right home about. It is a common bond. It's a lager, so I would think it would be a better tasting lager than this. So I'm going to give it a 5 for it being in the style. For personal preference, I'm going to give a 4.5. I'm not a fan of this.
You hate it.
Yeah, I'm not hate, but probably wouldn't buy it normally. I'd buy Molson Canadian. I'd buy a 12-pack of Molson Canadian over this.
You do that
Really?
anyway, though.
What's that?
You do that anyway, though.
Not necessarily. I haven't drank Molson since my university days.
Oh, wow. Usually it's just like Molten Moosehead or
Or
Alpine Dew.
Or that's not true. I did drink a couple Molson Canadians. The Habs game.
Ooh,
Nice.
fancy.
That's what he lost.
At the Molson Center, or the Bell Center, rather.
But yeah, they only sell Molson Canadian products. But that's the last time I had a Molson Canadian.
Nice. Good place to have it.
That's for everybody lost.
Okay.
You had a Molson
It's
Canadian.
true. They were playing the Washington Capitals.
That's why.
Price was in net. I get to saw Ovechkin. I get to saw Ovechkin score a goal on Price in his office, where he really, scores from. And we were only like maybe 20 rows up.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
It's a good view.
Both, and we were right there in the corner, so I could see all the way down the ice, except for the very, very corner. I've been to 2 Montreal Canadiens games, both of them in the lower bowl. Never been to the upper or the very upper. And we will go back.
All right.
It was a good time.
I want to.
Oh, yes.
I want to go back.
We will go back.
I want to go.
Oh, yeah.
Rather
We
than-
will go back. Oh, yeah.
Afterwards, we went to
We
Ripper.
will go back.
You went to strippers.
Naughty boy.
Nice.
The Rip Club.
Oh, well, you're in Montreal. You may as well.
The
Well-
wife brought me. She's the one who brought me to it.
Hot.
That is
I
hot.
like
Actually.
that.
I saw a butt plug in my face.
Oh,
It smell like flowers.
I saw a lot of vaginas.
Mallory saw a lot of vagina.
It's a strip club.
Dirty.
Butt plug right here.
that's like a weekend for me.
Now, after that,
Speaking of butt plugs,
Road trip.
Road trip. Hey, let's all meet up in Montreal for
The
the Montreal
piss up.
piss up. Yeah.
All right, so got Scott's rating. Let's go over to Gorg.
now, after the butt plug, did your relationship with Nick change at all?
I wasn't there.
Nick wasn't there.
I wasn't there
Just
for
my
it.
Mallory.
it was a beautiful bonding experience.
You're too focused on the butt
It's a
plug.
beautiful
You're
bondage
butt
experience.
plug.
All right, Greg,
Fun.
just go
Fun.
hit on the beer.
Common
Okay.
bondage.
Now, Nick, what are we rating this on style? Remind me.
I have no idea.
Barrel aged lager.
Barrel-aged shitty lager?
Not even barrel aged. It's just hops are whiskey aged.
A lager with hops. That's from
A lager.
whiskey.
In that case, I don't think I've ever had.
I don't think there's really anything that typifies the style. It's kind of like an amber lager, so I'd go on
Mine was
that.
a
But
lager.
considering flavored amber,
Basically, I'm going to kind of give this the same. I'm going to rate this on style, basically the same way I would Innocent Gun, where it's a barrel aged beer, but it's like a barrel aged beer, like not really. But it has the taste. I mean, it
Barrel-aged.
basically is an Innocent Gun original. It's a little shittier. Like you basically got the original Innocent Gun that was out like 15 years ago. That was actually quite good. Then you got the newer one, which is not so great. And this is like almost as good as that as the newer one. It's like a titch below that, but I don't know. To say this tastes anything like Molson Canadian, like I don't know. Like Molson Canadian makes me vomit in my mouth, and this is fine. I mean, so far I think the crowd's been a little
it's a
tough.
pass already.
It's fine. It's not an awful beer. It's not a great beer, but I enjoy it. I have another. I'd buy another one of these, no problem. It's kind of like Innocent Gun. It's like I don't mind it. I don't really love it, but it's fine. It's good enough. So I don't know. For style, I'm gonna be a little generous on this guy since everyone's being so mean to it. So I'm gonna say for a shitty barrel-aged lager, it's 7.5, and for personal enjoyment, I'm gonna say it's also 7.5. It's
Wow.
There's really
Really?
nothing wrong. I really don't get the angry crowd on this one, but
You're an
I'm
angry
angry.
crowd.
It's just
I am an angry crowd.
it tastes too much like a macro Molson thing. That's what it is.
I don't
Basically.
know. I don't get that from it, but you know,
Really?
fine. We're all different.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. Joe's having surgery tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it. No.
Oh no!
Why?
No, why?
I'm not watching.
Gross.
All right.
I'm literally not watching.
Well, of course. We need to cuvee this shit.
Gross.
It's not even happening. I'm not
No.
watching.
Now look how thick this is.
Like
That was
super
a very
fucking
low
salty.
ratio of beer to high ratio of.
And we're live on Maxwell Stars.
Nope. Nope.
I'm basically just drinking pure chalet sauce at this point. The beer cannot be tasted.
You drank too much of the beer before you put the chalet sauce
Yeah.
in it.
I did fuck up on that regard. But anyway, Joe, you deserve this, buddy. This is for you, and we wish you all the best. And you're gonna wake up with a uniform on. So, cheers, motherfucker. And
Oh, fuck's sake. Gross.
all right, it's okay to look, Lady Lee.
Is it good?
No.
No, it's not good at all.
No, yeah. Well, I'll do you one better.
Oh,
No.
good. He's doing one better. Here we go.
No. It's okay. I'm not gonna do it.
Do it. What was it?
I'm not-
Frank's?
No, Frank's hot sauce.
I'll do it. You do it. I got a bottle over here.
Don't recommend doing that.
You got a Frank's hot as well, there, Nick. Oh, but you got the buffalo one.
I don't have my. No, I don't have the buffalo one. Mine's just the regular stuff.
What is it? Oh, it's the same as mine.
Anyway, let's let Lady Lee talk.
Drop some on your couch.
Wow. Alrighty, so let's let Lady Lee talk before she
Birdie's
pukes.
our coach all the time.
Thanks. We're good. It's fine. I didn't watch him do it.
It didn't happen. You didn't watch him.
What?
I think it's kind of interesting because I drink it and it almost tastes like I'm drinking alcoholized water. Like there's hardly any flavor to it. It's very bland. There is like eventually you do taste it. I think I'm trying to find that whiskey taste, so my brain is just saying like you do taste it, it's there, but I don't know if I can. It's just there's a taste that's different from your standard Molson product. But I don't know. I don't know. It's
chalet sauce.
interesting.
You fogging up?
It doesn't taste like much. It just tastes like it tastes like pretty fucking close to water. Like it's very basic. Which on this case, I know it's a 6.2, 6.1, 6.1. So for a beer that if you just want to get shit faced with and drink really quickly, I think this would be easy because it goes down smooth. Like it barely tastes like anything, and you feel the booze. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna. Yes.
Oh no, go ahead. I'll wait till you finish.
Okay. Exactly, Chris. But yeah, it's okay. It's very mediocre. It's very in the middle. Like it's one of those things that if it's somewhere and it's cold, I'll drink it because it'll get me drunk and it doesn't really taste like much. So yeah, I am gonna go
They're up.
for style. It's hard to give style because I really don't know what I'm doing. But if it's just a lager, then yeah, I think I'm gonna go. We'll go 6,
Really?
and then personal preference. I could drink this. It's not bad or it's not good. So I'm gonna be generous and give it a 6 and just go 6 all around.
I'm surprised you didn't say 6 and 9. All right.
Just because I'm a lady. Come on now.
Well, I was thinking more about Scotch.
No,
But anyway, all right. So
I was going to continue. But
what are you
I was
saying
going to
there?
say something. I was going to say, no, I'm not moving for my 4.0.
You don't
that's
have
how I.
to.
You don't like
We're all
it?
different. Like,
Yeah,
It's fine.
no, it's just Molson Canadian. And what was I going to add is like Molson is so far up their own ass that they managed to make a 6-point-something beer taste like water.
All right then. Okay, so let me go. My turn. My turn. Water.
Let me
Actually,
go.
I actually do get the like this. Okay, for example, the flavor notes I wrote down here are like it smells bready. I get the vanilla. I get a bit of honey. When I drink it, I do taste the whiskey. I get notes of char, honey, a bit of brown sugar. It's kind of bready. Other than that, it's kind of like a soppy, mushroomy, cardboardy aftertaste with a lingering herbal hop note, and it's kind of it's kind of like like what Innocent Gun now is compared to what Innocent Gun used to be. You know, like Innocent Gun's still better in any form.
Oh yeah.
But I don't mind it. Like I actually kind of enjoy these. Like I don't think they're like super fantastic or anything, but I just want something that tastes like a little bit of like the flavor notes you get in whiskey. It does okay. So I'm gonna give that for style, give it a 6.5, and for overall enjoyment, 7. And to match, see the Goad Radar into doing it, I'm gonna do that.
What? Oh, wait, you're doing it? Well, hang on.
Yep.
I'm going to finish a little bit more of my beer. Hang on. Nick,
Oh,
we'll do it at the same time.
That's just gonna be a mistake.
How much did you put in? Like a lot or?
You just put a drop.
Ah,
Fuck, I put lots.
You guys are
This
gross.
does go well because pepper often goes well in beer. It depends.
you know what? That's actually not bad. It's kind of like almost going like skewing towards Louisiana hot pepper poppers. It's almost cheesy at this point.
I'm
I don't
having
really have much left in the bottom of my beer, so it's really taking a buffalo wing kind of taste. All right.
Buffalo wing.
It actually
While I do
tastes
the
better.
math.
I'm actually going to say it tastes better.
Super
All right.
sexy.
So Scott's going to read the rest of the comments.
I love these outfits.
Oh,
This is like the
Hudson
best
going
thing ever.
mountain
He's dreaming of vacation now that like borders are opening back up.
He's dreaming of getting at the hell out of New Brunswick.
Exactly. That's exactly it, actually.
Yeah.
Narc. Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
the Scuba Scott.
Smartest.
It's Scuba Scott.
There's not that many comments.
Well, all right then, Lady Lee, you want to read them?
Oh, okay. I'll read. Where were we? So
Girl,
like every
reading?
I cannot read. I can just
Wow.
Wait, you can't read?
You
so
don't
like
cannot read a word.
so like every Molson product just tastes like shitty water. I said it's fucking close to water, but yeah, it's pretty accurate. And Raider has an agenda. I think he is Diego,
Huh?
Diageo, and Labatt Plant. I
What?
don't know what that is.
Maybe it's the Diageo. What's Diageo?
Diageo. It's he has a Diageo and Labatt plant. No, it's the brewery that makes Guinness.
Oh, I think he is the Diageo and Labatt.
And then Tech Murray says Narc. And then Mr. Christopher Frizzle says Scuba Steve. And Lee Russell says
Right,
Scott
getting
pull
rid
all the gimmicks out. Lee is still the main attraction. Thank you.
Aww.
I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Listen, I'm sorry. We all love Lady Lee, but Scott in a uniform, nothing can compete with that.
Nope.
Maybe Joe in a uniform, but we've never seen it, so we don't know what it's like.
Maybe someday your prince in the form of somebody from North Tonawanda will come there, Greg,
I know.
on your chest.
Until then, I'm
Oh.
dream and just keep replaying Scott.
All right. So let's share my screen here and say this is the final rating. Oddly enough, all the scores added up together to equal 5.8 on each one.
That's hilarious.
If you take away my score, it's probably not even a pass.
Yeah.
So
Probably
my
not.
buddy Chris said that Scott sounded like the teacher from Charlie Brown.
You get the kazoo player here.
Yep. That sounds pretty accurate. Just find it. Just go for it. Find it. Okay.
All
That would
right.
have been funny. Oh, no one's asked the question.
Oh shit!
Here's the guys. That's not asking the question.
It has to
On
be
the
asked by
thing.
somebody in the audience.
We'll see for it. See,
We-
someone ask us the question that relates to the beer of next week. I believe in you guys. Come on, you can do it. Head fly in front of me.
No, he's not.
Did you read that? Scott, did you read that?
Yeah, read the comments, Scott.
Read this comment, Scott.
Molson is never that great, but to be honest, it's cheap, and you just want to get drunk. It's better than Coors Light. You know what? He's not wrong. When it's the battle between lowest common denominator at some bar or something, when you're at a wedding or something, yeah, I would take a Molson.
Greg, you got beat.
Oh well.
All right, you know what? Considering he's, I don't want to say where he works, but yeah, let's introduce next week's beer.
He works
So
for
let's bring
Canadian
Front Right Center and say we are going to do a BYOB episode in light of the fact that next week's beer is going to be the day before Canada Day. We're going to do a BYOB Canada themed beer. So iconic Canadian beers such as Molson Canadian, or they could be like a kind of Canadian beers like big name Canadian brand names like Moosehead or even Canadian craft beers like important Canadian craft beers like in the formation of Canada because the Canadian beer scene like Bose Lugotred or Steam Whistle or Big Rock
I never thought of
Grasshopper
that.
or it's like but yeah we're going with like a completely Canadian theme. I mean if you can find an excuse to call it Canada's beer or something like that, then go right ahead as long as it's Canadian beer. That is our theme next week. We're stretching it a bit, I know.
All right, I'm bringing in Budweiser.
And we kicked off the kennel.
Wah, 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 wah.
Whackity schmackity do. Actually, that's not worth it. Whatever. Lee's not here to tell me otherwise, because he didn't get tonight's beer.
The beer patrol's coming by.
Is he in a suit?
Are we still live? It still says live.
This is the first time I've ever seen Scott do like 4 uniform changes in one episode.
I've never seen Scott do
He's
one.
gone from having a suit on to a firefighter uniform to a Habs jersey to a Hawaiian shirt.
He's probably just wearing a green shirt.
Just sounds like a.
We're still live.
We're still live.
And here's the other part of it. I know that his bedroom's like 2 floors up, so I'm like, why does he have that many clothes down in this guy's computer?
Because maybe he was prepared for the show, Nick.
You wanted to be the uncommon fuzz for this shit.
I don't know what's happening now.
None of us do.
Oh, no, but we're taking our clothes off.
All right. All right. I think on that note, this is high time to take take off for the night. I want to thank Jamie, Eric Gilbert, Tekka Murray, Christopher Frizzle. Thanks for joining. Joe, good luck tomorrow. I love you. I hope it goes well, and I hope it goes. Be first to be totally honest. Way things are going. And we had another comment here from somebody we don't usually see. So Shane Henry, nice to have you stop by. So
That's a friend of mine.
Cool, awesome. I had 9 viewers at one point. We might have had more than that. So so thank you for the whole panel, Greg, Shirtless Greg, Weirdless Fuzz, BW Beer Omicron, and of course Lady Lee, last but not least. We will talk to you guys, gals, guys, and girls next week when we do Canadian beers. So we are Canadian. Yay.
Woo!